When humans first ventured out into the stars, they were surprised to find sentient alien species that resembled creatures from Earth's animal kingdom. There were feline-like beings, avian-like beings, reptilian-like beings, and more among the galactic community. Many of these aliens were considered untamable and unpredictable by the other advanced civilizations that had been spacefaring for centuries. Their behaviors and motivations seemed as wild and irrational as the Terran fauna they resembled. But the humans saw opportunity where others saw danger. They decided to employ the same animal training methods developed on Earth to try and befriend these wild aliens. While controversial, the humans persisted in their efforts, convinced they could form bonds of trust if they just had enough patience and understanding. The first major breakthrough came with the Raksha, a proud warrior race of bipedal, lion-like beings from the planet Rakshar. Far stronger and more physically imposing than humans, the Raksha were deeply tribal and prone to violent outbursts, especially against competing prides. When a human delegation first approached the Raksha homeworld, they came bearing lavish gifts of food, medicine, tools, and jewelry, signaling their peaceful and generous intent. For months, the small team of human diplomats worked slowly but diligently to earn the Raksha's trust and acceptance, always approaching with respect and letting the aliens set the pace of interaction. At first, the Raksha remained aloof and suspicious, unsure what to make of the weak but strangely confident mammals. However, the humans' gifts, their calm and unintimidated demeanor, and the fascinating scents and pheromones they gave off eventually won over the curiosity of the lion people. Gradually, the Raksha allowed the humans into their society, fascinated by their seemingly magical calming influence on what had always been a quick-tempered species. Leveraging their expertise in animal psychology, the humans then began cautiously using reward-based training techniques to shape more positive behaviors in the Rakshans they interacted with. Such simple gestures conditioned an instinctive response in the primitive Raksha brains, associating good things with human presence. In this way, the first steps of trust began to form between human and Raksha. Once this initial rapport had been established, remarkable collaborative progress became possible between the two disparate species. Human social scientists and xenopsychologists provided invaluable education to help temper the Raksha's innate aggression and bring them into the fold of galactic civilization. What had started out as a primitive human experiment, implausible interspecies contact and cooperation soon grew into a powerful and fruitful alliance between mankind and the now fiercely loyal Raksha. Greatly encouraged by this success, the human diplomats decided to reach out to some of the other notoriously dangerous and uncivilized aliens that had confounded the rest of the galaxy. Employing the same patient trust-building measures and positive reinforcement techniques that had worked with the Raksha, humans eventually managed to win over even the reclusive shark-like ocean dwellers of Kythe and the coiled, venomous Solarian serpents of Solari Prime. With time and great effort, the human Raksha teams were able to integrate the Kythe into major interstellar infrastructure projects, their engineering skills and environmental durability providing a huge benefit to space station and starship construction initiatives. The once feared Solarians also came to serve alongside humans in all manner of vocations, but most commonly joined medical teams where their dexterous appendages and medicinally useful venom proved invaluable assets. But perhaps the greatest and most astonishing success of humanity's animal diplomacy came with the taming of the Ypra. The Ypradar were a proud, garishly plumed avian-descended species native to the hostile jungle planet of Ypres. Considered terrifying predators, the Ypra were known throughout the galaxy for their unprovoked attacks on other sentient beings. Their society was structured as a brutal meritocracy of airy-based warflocks, where weakness was not tolerated. Many expeditions to their homeworld had resulted in eviscerated crews sent fleeing in terror. Yet after their unprecedented accomplishments in befriending the Raksha and other dangerous beings, the humans felt uniquely equipped to attempt diplomatic contact with the Ypra as well. Their xenoanthropologists warned it would take decades of delicate and strategic intervention to make any headway with the formidable avian race, but the potential benefits of an alliance were deemed worth the massive investment of time and resources. Thus began Project Rock, as the long-term Ypra effort came to be known. For the first 10 years, human diplomats focused on non-contact observations of the aliens in their natural habitat, studying their behaviors and social structures from concealed observation posts. This allowed them to learn the intricate dominance and submission patterns that governed Ypra flock dynamics. When the humans finally initiated direct contact, they did so with the utmost care, tracking lone juvenile avians who were often shunned by their violent peers. Employing the inching patience of a falconer, the human teams offered tempting food items and tokens of warmth and comfort to the isolated young Ypra who wandered the dangerous jungle. If the offerings were accepted, the youths would be incrementally conditioned to associate human presence with rewards and affection. Even the slightest progress was greeted with lavish praise and reinforcement. Of course, there were many setbacks along the way. Many years passed without even a single Ypra daring to take food from a human's hand. Some juveniles even had to be left behind when the aggressive ingraining of their species proved too great to overcome safely. But the humans did not allow temporary failure to deter the long-term goal. After almost 30 years of Project Rock, the first true bonding between human and Ypra finally occurred. An abandoned hatchling, rescued and hand-reared by his human caretakers, imprinted fully on the researchers who became like surrogate parents to him. This initial adoptee was the key that unlocked the fierce but profound loyalties of the Ypra heart. Once trust was established, a Ypra would fight to the death for its human companions. In the ensuing years, more solitary or cast-out Ypra slowly but willingly formed bonds with the patient humans. What had started as a dream of making allies of monsters gradually became a reality. As bonded Ypra partners accompanied human diplomats back to the core worlds, the shocking image of a once bloodthirsty avian race calmly cooperating with mankind signaled a turning point in the galaxy's history. Soon Ypra flocked to human worlds, eager to form lifelong partnerships with beings they deemed worthy friends and roostmates. Under the calming guidance of their adopted human clans, attack rates by the Ypra plunged system-wide. Many voluntarily renounced the brutal ways of their homeworld to generously serve the civilization that had given them camaraderie and purpose. In just several decades, humankind had risen from an underestimated galactic newcomer to become the inspiration for animalistic aliens. Everywhere that rapprochement with the greater community was possible, their patience, empathy, and understanding of the minds of primitive beings succeeded, where force or technology alone had failed. With wisdom and foresight, humans realized that a kind and steadfast hand can gentle even the wildest beast. Now, a generation after those precarious first steps on the Raksha homeworld, the fruits of humanity's labors abound. The Raksha have joined the Galactic Senate, bringing their fierce protective instincts to guard law and order. The Kate lead engineering teams on ambitious oceanic terraforming initiatives, and the Ypra have become integrated into human society as beloved Saurian companions, their razor-sharp eyesight and aerial mobility making them ideal security forces. The subtle but profound power of human rapport with the animals and animal-like beings of the galaxy has ushered in an era of unprecedented interspecies cooperation. Diverse species now work side by side in harmony, fulfilling their highest potential in ways unimaginable just a century ago. The galaxy flourishes from the combined strengths of all. Of course, challenges and trials remain. Prejudices handed down over generations are slow to disappear completely. There are still those who fear what humans have unleashed by taming the wild minds of primitive beings, but each success inspires further effort. Already, plans are underway to open communications with the reclusive Draconi race, immense reptilian dragon-like creatures of rumored intelligence hiding in the Carpathian Nebula. Making contact with such an ancient and advanced species will be the greatest test yet of humankind's rapport with alien life. But the Draconi may yet yield to the beguilement of Anthropic's gentle hand. For now, humans celebrate how far they've come from when they took those first bold steps into a strange and treacherous galaxy. They have proven it is not technology nor force of arms that elevates civilizations, but empathy, that rarest glimmer of hope found in even the coldest darkness between the stars.